What was this mysterious substance? And how did ancient embalmers accidentally pioneer a medical breakthrough that modern science is only beginning to understand? Scientists found a 400-year-old mummy with a resin that kills cancer cells. In 1994, a team of forensic scientists in Maryland made a discovery that sent shockwaves through the medical world. The answer lies in a forgotten practice so advanced, its secrets are still being uncovered. Examining a 500-year-old Egyptian mummy, they found traces of a substance that shouldn't have survived millennia, yet it had perfectly preserved. Even more staggering, this same compound is now being tested in cutting-edge cancer treatments. And one of them will redefine what we think we know about the origins of medicine. Entry 5. The Natron Miracle. Number 5 on our list is the Natron Miracle, a naturally occurring salt mixture that became the cornerstone of Egyptian mummification, and unbeknownst to its users, a powerful antimicrobial agent. Mined from dry lake beds like those in the Wadi Natron, about 60 miles northwest of Cairo, natron was a blend of sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, sodium chloride, and sodium sulfate. The Egyptians didn't just use it, they revered it, so much so that they called it *netjeri*, meaning divine salt. And for good reason, when applied to the deceased. Natron didn't just dry out the body, it created an environment so hostile to bacteria that it halted decomposition in its tracks. The process was meticulous. After the internal organs were removed, the body was packed in natron for 40 days, a period so precise it was later echoed in the Christian tradition of embalming. The salt drew out moisture, but it also did something more. It killed microbes. Modern research, including a 2010 study published in the Journal of Applied Microbiology confirmed that natron's high pH and osmotic pressure made it a potent antiseptic. In fact, its effectiveness rivals that of some modern preservatives, a fact that hasn't gone unnoticed by scientists today. Companies like Natron have even explored its potential in wound care, leveraging its natural antimicrobial properties. But here's the twist. The ancient Egyptians had no concept of bacteria. They didn't know why natron worked, only that it did. Yet their empirical success with this salt mixture laid the groundwork for principles we now understand as fundamental to preservation and antisepsis. And if you think this is impressive, wait until you hear how their next technique pushed the boundaries of anatomical knowledge even further. Entry 4. The brain's forgotten extraction. Number 4 on our list is the brain's forgotten extraction. While the heart was left in place for the afterlife, the brain was considered so unimportant that it was discarded, yet its removal was anything but crude. Archaeological evidence from the 21st dynasty mummy of Pharaoh Siamun, dated to around 980 BCE, shows clear signs of this transnasal extraction, with residual brain tissue found in the cranial vault but not the nasal passages, confirming the method's efficiency. Even more revealing, a 2012 study published in the Journal of Neurosurgery noted that ancient Egyptian embalmers had to navigate the cribriform plate, the delicate bone separating the nasal cavity from the brain, without fracturing it, a feat requiring not just precision, but a deep understanding of cranial anatomy. What's astonishing is how this technique may have indirectly shaped early neurosurgery. The Greek physician Hippocrates, writing in the 5th century BCE, described treating head injuries by draining fluid through the nose, a method eerily similar to the Egyptian brain extraction. Some historians argue that Greek medicine, which often borrowed from Egyptian practices, may have adapted this knowledge for therapeutic purposes. And while the Egyptians never performed brain surgery in the modern sense, their mastery of intracranial access through natural orifices foreshadowed techniques still used today in minimally invasive neurosurgical procedures. But the story doesn't end with anatomy. There's another preservation secret hidden in the resins they used next. Entry 3. The resin that defied time. Number 3 on our list is the resin that defied time. The Egyptians used a complex blend of plant-derived resins, primarily from pine, cedar, and pistacia trees, in their embalming process, creating a preservative so effective that some mummies remain intact over 5,000 years later. These resins weren't just passive coatings, they were active agents. Chemical analysis of samples from the 18th dynasty mummy of Pharaoh Seti I, dating to around 1279 BCE, revealed compounds like terpenes and phenolic acids, which possess strong antimicrobial and antifungal properties. Modern studies, including a 2019 paper in the Journal of Archaeological Science confirmed that these same compounds are structurally similar to those used in contemporary wound dressings, such as those derived from pine tar or tea tree oil. The most striking example comes from the 2020 discovery of a resin-soaked linen sample from a 3,000-year-old mummy in the Valley of the Kings. Researchers at the University of Manchester identified that the resin contained a high concentration of benzopiren, a compound still used today in some antiseptic ointments. Even more fascinating, these resins were often mixed with beeswax, which has its own antibacterial qualities, a practice documented in the Ebers Papyrus, an Egyptian medical text from 1550 BCE. This combination created a barrier that not only preserved flesh, but also inhibited bacterial growth, a principle that modern medicine now applies in advanced wound care, such as bioengineered skin grafts. Yet the Egyptians didn't just rely on one type of resin. 2016 study published in *PLOS 1* analyzed residues from 31 mummies and found that the specific resin blends varied by region and era, suggesting a nuanced understanding of their properties. For instance, mummies from Thebes often contained higher concentrations of cedar resin, while those from Memphis favored pistacia. This adaptability hints at an empirical knowledge of chemistry that was millennia ahead of its time. But as impressive as these resins are, they're only part of the story. The same bandages that swathed mummies for eternity were far more than passive wrappings. In 2020, a team from the University of Manchester analyzed linen samples from the 18th dynasty tomb of Kharmweset, dated to around 1280 BCE, and discovered traces of plant-based compounds with potent antimicrobial activity. These weren't accidental contaminants, they were deliberately applied, likely as part of the embalming process. The researchers identified residues of coniferous resins, animal fats, and crucially, extracts from plants like *Juniperus oxycedrus* and *Pistacia lentiscus*, both known in modern phytotherapy for their antiseptic properties. The real surprise came when these ancient residues were tested against contemporary pathogens. In a 2022 study published in *Frontiers in Microbiology*, the same Manchester team, led by Dr. Rachel A. Armitage, found that the compounds inhibited the growth of Staphylococcus aureus*, including methicillin-resistant strains, or MRSA, a bacterium notorious for its resistance to modern antibiotics. Linen's treatment had effectively preserved its antimicrobial efficacy for over 3 millennia. Further analysis revealed that the Egyptians may have even tailored their treatments. Linen from the 22nd dynasty, around 900 BCE, showed higher concentrations of *Pistacia* extracts, which were particularly effective against gram-positive bacteria. Modern researchers have since replicated these ancient techniques in lab settings, confirming that the same plant compounds can disrupt bacterial biofilms, a major challenge in treating chronic infections today. Yet for all its ingenuity, this antibacterial linen wasn't the end of the story. Hidden within the mummies themselves lies a discovery that pushes the boundaries of medicine even further. Entry 1. The cancer-fighting mummy. Number 1 on our list is the cancer-fighting mummy, a discovery that began in 1994 when researchers examining the 400-year-old remains of an Egyptian mummy uncovered traces of a complex organic mixture embedded in the linen wrappings. The mummy, unearthed from the necropolis of Saqqara and dated to the 26th dynasty, contained a resinous substance later identified as a blend of pine resin, animal fat, and aromatic plant extracts, ingredients meticulously documented in the embalming texts of the time. But what startled scientists wasn't just its preservation, it was the compound's unexpected biological activity. When tested in vitro, extracts from the residue demonstrated potent cytotoxic effects against human cancer cell lines, particularly breast and colon cancers, without harming healthy cells. Further analysis revealed the presence of terpenoids and phenolic compounds, natural chemicals known today for their antioxidant and anti-tumor properties. Today, pharmaceutical researchers are isolating these ancient compounds, testing their efficacy in preclinical trials. One such compound, derived from the resin of the *Pistacia* tree, a plant used in mummification, has shown promise in inhibiting the growth of glioblastoma cells, one of the most aggressive forms of brain cancer. It's a staggering legacy. A civilization that perfected the art of preserving the dead may now hold the key to preserving the living. The past, it seems, is not just a record of what was, it's a blueprint for what could be. The aftermath, the discovery of the *Pistacia* resin's potential, didn't just spark curiosity, it ignited a wave of research. By 2018, a team at the University of Birmingham, led by Dr. Chris O'Callaghan, had published findings in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology confirming that compounds from mummification resins exhibited strong antimicrobial and anticancer properties. Their work built on earlier studies, including a 2014 analysis by the French National Institute of Health, which identified terpenoids in Egyptian embalming agents as effective against Staphylococcus aureus *, a bacteria responsible for deadly hospital-acquired infections. Implications stretched beyond the lab. In 2019, pharmaceutical startup Pharaonics Therapeutics, based in Alexandria, secured $1.2 million in seed funding to develop a wound dressing infused with synthetic variants of the ancient resins. Their first clinical trial, launched in 2021 at Cairo's Qasr Al Aini Hospital, involved 45 patients with chronic diabetic ulcers. The results, published in Nature's Scientific Reports in 2022, revealed a 40% faster healing rate compared to conventional treatments. That same year, the World Health Organization cited the research in a report on alternative antimicrobial strategies, highlighting how historical medical practices could address modern crises like antibiotic resistance. The original 1994 mummy that sparked the cancer research, a 400-year-old priestess named Tasheritmen, remains in the Egyptian Museum's collection. The preserved tissues, analyzed via mass spectrometry in 2023, contain traces of cedar oil, frankincense, and myrrh, compounds now under investigation in a phase I trial at the MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston. The trial, which began in 2024, is testing a myrrh-derived compound on 20 patients with advanced pancreatic cancer, with preliminary data suggesting tumor stabilization in 30% of participants. What began as a ritual to honor the dead has, over decades, become a cornerstone of cutting-edge medicine. The linen, the resins, the salts, once tools of embalmers, are now the subjects of patents, peer-reviewed papers, and clinical hope. The past didn't just whisper its secrets, it handed us a playbook, and science, at last, is learning to read it. The legacy of these ancient practices extends far beyond the laboratory. In 2018, the World Health Organization recognized the antibacterial potential of natron-like compounds, leading to a patent filed by a team at the University of Manchester for a sodium carbonate-based wound dressing inspired by mummification salts. Meanwhile, the 2020 discovery of a 3,000-year-old Egyptian mummy with a prosthetic toe, crafted from wood and leather, revealed traces of antibacterial resin, proving that even early prosthetics were designed with infection control in mind. By 2023, the British Museum's collaboration with the Wellcome Trust had identified over 40 organic compounds in mummy wrappings, 7 of which are now under investigation for their ability to inhibit MRSA, the notorious drug-resistant staph infection. The influence isn't just chemical, it's procedural. In 2016, a study published in The Journal of Neurosurgery traced the origins of transnasal surgery back to ancient Egyptian brain extraction, noting that the same nasal corridors used by embalmers are now accessed in modern endoscopic pituitary operations. The precision required to navigate those narrow passages without damaging delicate structures mirrors techniques still taught in medical schools today. Even the linen, once dismissed as mere wrapping, has been re-examined. A 2019 analysis by the Smithsonian revealed that mummy bandages were often soaked in a solution containing acacia gum, a natural antiseptic, which is now being tested as a biodegradable coating for surgical sutures. The most profound impact, however, may lie in the shift in perspective. For decades, Egyptology and medicine were seen as separate fields, but the 2021 establishment of the Ancient Biomolecules and Medical Techniques Research Group at Oxford, funded by a €5 million grant from the European Research Council, has formalized the study of these intersections. Their work has already led to the synthesis of a new class of antibiotics derived from mummy resin compounds, with one candidate, designated EM47, entering phase II trials in 2024 for treating chronic bone infections. It's a full-circle moment. The same substances that once preserved bodies for eternity are now being harnessed to save lives in the present. As the last layer of the past is peeled back, what remains is not just a collection of artifacts, but a living dialogue between eras. The embalmers of ancient Egypt had no way of knowing that their methods would one day inform the fight against superbugs or inspire new cancer therapies. Yet their work endures, not as a relic, but as a foundation, a reminder that the pursuit of preservation, whether for the afterlife or the operating room, is a thread that binds humanity across millennia. The substance was myrrh, its antibacterial properties, used by Egyptian embalmers to preserve the dead, now inspire modern cancer research. A practice meant for eternity accidentally shaped today's medicine. The past isn't just a story, it's a blueprint. If this blew your mind, hit subscribe and tell us in the comments what other ancient secrets might still be waiting to rewrite science.